What's going on, YouTube? So it's after the holidays, 4th of July just passed. You had a great time with your friends and your family. You ate everything in sight, everything on the grill, everything off the grill, all the cakes and the pies and the sodas and the alcohol. And now you're like, all right, I binged, feel a little bit bad about it. What do I do now? I'm gonna go over 5 tips that I put in place every time I feel like I binged and I'm just trying to find my way back to get on track. If you have not already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit that subscribe button down there, and while you're down there, go ahead and click that bell. That way you're notified every time I upload some content. So without further ado, let's get into tip number 1. I think the first tip is the most important tip. You have to forgive yourself, all right? Don't beat yourself up, and definitely do not quit on your diet and your exercise and your nutrition. All right, forgive yourself. Everybody binges from time to time. On this fitness journey, I can think of maybe 3 times that I've binged, and it happens. So dwelling on it isn't gonna do you any good. Beating yourself up isn't gonna do any good. We're human. We all break our diet at some point. And sometimes it's totally worth it. You're creating memories with the people that you love. You're building bonds, and you're creating memories with those that you love to spend time with. And maybe you don't see that often. So forgive yourself. You had a good time, and you probably deserved it. So don't be mad at yourself. Don't beat yourself up, and certainly don't quit. Just find your way back. Get back on track as soon as possible, the very next day or the very next meal if it's not too late in the day. And just move on. Just move on. That's all you can do. Also, keep in mind that there's no dieter that does everything right. Nobody who is on a fitness journey or a weight loss journey is eating right all the time at every meal. We're all human. We deserve to enjoy ourselves and eat our favorite foods, or eat those foods that we don't get to have quite often. So enjoy the journey. You gotta have fun along the way. You gotta create those memories and those moments along the way. Forgive yourself, move on. All right, tip number 2. I think this is also extremely important. Avoid the scale. Avoid the scale because it will do nothing but deter you and make you feel even worse about your binge. If you get on the scale after a binge, you're very likely to weigh between 5 to even 7 pounds more than you did prior to your binge. And that's not your true weight. That's a lot of undigested food. That's a lot of water weight, sodium, bloat. So I would say give yourself at least like 5 days to get past that. I don't get on the scale for about 4 to 5 days after a binge, because if I do, I'll just get so frustrated with myself and I'll get mad at myself, and it'll make step number 1 just that much more impossible. So I would say avoid the scale. Don't even bother with it. You already know you're gonna weigh more because you went overboard a little bit on some food. So avoid the scale, man. Just don't even get on it. Put it away. Matter of fact, put it away. Put it out of your sight so you're not tempted to step on it. Throw it in the trunk of your car and don't go back and get it until about 4 or 5 days from your binge day. So keep this in mind. There are 3,500 calories in every single pound. So it's very unlikely that you gain 5 pounds in one day. That's another reason why you should just stay away from the scale and put it away. Get it out your sight, because that number is not your true weight, and you don't want to focus on that because it'll take you back to step number 1, where you're just having to try to work so hard to forgive yourself, and there's nothing to forgive yourself for. You have fun, which is what you're supposed to do from time to time. So I wrote some things down to kind of paint the picture and put into perspective how much you have to actually eat to gain 5 pounds. So 2 double cheeseburgers from McDonald's is 880 calories. 1 large fry from McDonald's, 550 calories. 1 large meat lovers pizza is 3,120 calories. A 2-liter Coke is 812 calories. 5 double chocolate chip cookies from Subway, 1,050 calories. And 4 Cinestick pancakes from IHOP is 1,060 calories. Add all of that up, you're at 7,432 calories, which is just shy of 2 pounds. So you can double that and you'll still be under 5 pounds. So that's just to put into perspective how difficult it is to gain 5 pounds in one day. It's very unlikely that you've done that during your binge. Number 3, I would say try to discover the source of your binge, right? So some people are emotional binge eaters. Some people just binge eat when there's an event or a holiday. Just try to figure out what your triggers are and see if you can make any adjustments with that. With me, I don't usually binge unless I'm at an outing, right? And it's not even all the time, but if I'm drinking and I'm at an outing, I will most likely binge, and I know that. So now when I go out, if I go out frequently, I try to keep in mind, okay, if I just drink maybe 2 drinks, I know that my inhibitions won't be out the window and I won't be out here ODing on food. So try to discover the source of your binge. If it's emotional, when you get alone and you feel depressed, and that's when you start binge eating, try to find somebody to call, find something to do, go for a walk. Eliminate yourself from whatever's going to cause you to do something you don't want to do. So if you're sitting in the house and you're feeling sad and you just want to eat everything in your house, get out of your house. Go for a walk. Take the dog for a walk. Take the kids for a walk. Get your AirPods or your headphones, put on your favorite playlist, put on your favorite album, your favorite songs, whatever it is, and just get moving and get away from that food to kind of take your mind off of it. And boom, you just eliminated a binge. Number 4, stick to your schedule. Don't go the next day and starve. Don't eat very little the next day. Don't be unhealthy about it. Just get back on track. Drink tons of water. Get up when you usually get up. Work out the way you usually would. Eat the breakfast, the lunch, the dinner, the snacks that you usually would. Just get back on track. Don't change your whole routine. Stick to your routine. Get back on track, drink your water, get your exercise, and in about 4 or 5 days, then you'll see that, you'll feel that weight even start to come off of your body. Your clothes start to feel loose again, and you start to feel better. So stick to your routine. That's super important. Don't change your whole lifestyle off of one binge. And tip number 5, get out and about. As I said earlier, going on a walk is another thing, but say the next day, you don't have a lot planned. You just have a regular work day. Go to your regular work day, do whatever you do to work out before work or after work, and then maybe at the end, just add on a little walk. Just a little, not even a brisk walk. It doesn't have to be anything heavy. Just get your body moving. It'll help eliminate that bloat. It'll help shed off that water weight. So just get moving, get out and about. So those are my 5 tips. Those are the tips that I put in place every time I binge. It's not often, but when I do binge, I go to those, and it really, really helps me get through it mentally and physically. I think the hardest part about getting past the binge is mentally. Sometimes we mess up and we're like, man, I might as well quit. Now I've been eating bad for a whole 2 or 3 days. And then you get on the scale and the scale says you're about 7 pounds heavier. So now you really want to quit. So I've been through that a number of times, which is why I'm on a fitness journey again, because I've binged and I've given up and I've quit and I just didn't really know how to bounce back. So sometimes it's easier to just quit rather than try and feel like we failed, right? So I'm done quitting. Hopefully you're done quitting. Put these tools into practice. Start working on these. Start trying to eliminate your binges if you can, because you can certainly have a good time with your friends and your family without going overboard. But say you do go overboard, the next day just pick yourself back up, get back to your routine, stick with it, and keep it moving. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. So thank you for tuning in. My next video is going to be a weigh-in video. Hopefully we're going to have some really good results, because I had like a slight binge for the 4th of July, but I didn't do anything crazy, so I'm certainly expecting some good results on this weigh-in. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Like I said at the beginning, if you have not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell. That way you're notified when I upload some content. You can come back in a few days for the weigh-in video. And if you have any socials, go ahead and follow me on there. I'll put those descriptions in the description. And have a blessed one, man. Thank you for coming back.